Hello from Michigan. I have a couple new e-bikes here. They're from Amp Rides out of Orlando, Florida, where I bought them. They are called the Volt 750 ST with 80 Newton meters of torque the motor has, with Bafang wheels, mag wheels on here. You can see they're actually stamped Bafang. Very nice looking. They really give the bikes a sporty look. I love the wheels on them. They have a 56 tooth chain ring, which you can see is really nice looking too, the way it's machined. 56 tooth with 1134 cassette on the rear. An 8-speed Shimano Altus derailleur. They have a luggage rack, and they give you these really nice bags that are even branded Amp Rides. And they have pockets on the outside, some netting pockets on the inside, a map pocket on the inside. Great for carrying, snacks, tools, wallet, keys, phone, anything really. Your phone you wouldn't put in there because you got a phone holder obviously on your bike, but the bags are really nice on the bike too. And those come with the bike when you buy the bike. They also throw in a phone holder, different than the ones I have on here because I bought phone holders for our bikes prior to buying these already, so I'm using the ones I bought that were actually from Walmart. They work really well, but they do give you this really nice it's got a quick release, you can see right here, for your bottle holder, and they give you a Amp Ride branded bottle too, water bottle. And then I'll go up here to the handlebars. You got a left thumb throttle. You've got turn indicators. You got a horn on them. I'm going to switch my bike on so you can hear it and you can see what the display looks like as it lights up. Well, I'll go ahead and get a shot of that. There's the display. Very nice colored display. There's your other controllers right here. Your plus minus for navigating through the menu and stuff, your pedal assist and stuff. You got a designated button for your lights. That's your power button. Your turn indicators for the rear. Horn. Very nice little horn. Sounds like you have on a motor scooter, a little powered motor scooter. But that's, yeah, nice horn. Let me shut this off. Over on this side, you can see it's 8-speed with the paddle shifters. Man, these paddle shifters, I love them. We got them on our Trek Verve 3 bikes too. Those are just standard bikes. I love the paddle shifters. You've got a stem here that you can raise. It's quick release, raises up and down. You can get the height you need, depending on how tall you are. Same with the seat. It's got a little USB port. It runs off the back here, you plug in, which is nice. You come down the front, of course it's a folding bike. Here's your folding release down here, and you've got shocks on the front. I believe they're 80 millimeters of travel. You've got your front headlight, they're very bright. If you look at the headlights on these things in the day and night, they look really good. Metal fenders that are painted just like the frame, and they look just as good as the frame. The paint is beautiful on both of these bikes. And the Amp Rides itself. I'm going to come over here to the side the sun's hitting. I don't know if that'll make a difference, but those are not your normal stick-on graphics. They actually painted this on the bike. And the same with the front. If you look at that one and you look at the blue up close here, they just look really nice. And of course you have right on the front of the bike here frame, Amp Rides, and they're painted on. I mean, they went the extra mile to paint them instead of just stick some decals on there. And other things, I mean, that just stuck out about these bikes, that it was a no-brainer really to want to buy these bikes. You get 2 seat posts, suspension, and you get a standard seat post. Of course, everybody's probably going to go with the suspension, and it helps. And then we bought Cloud 9 seats that we already had. Mine's a little different because I bought it from a local bike shop, but my wife's Cloud 9 came off Amazon, and I have the same ones that's on her e-bike here. can see the difference. This is what's called the Cloud9 Lite. We have those on both our Treks too. One of our Treks is sitting right over there. But the bikes are just phenomenal. The battery, man, you can't beat getting a 21 amp hour battery with your bike, because most of them I looked at, you're getting anywhere from like 12 amps to maybe 17.5, which is a good size, but they're starting you out with a 21 amp. So you got like a little over a kilowatt of power there. And my longest ride now on my bike was 60 miles, and I probably still had six more miles I could have put on it on the charge. And I weigh 287 pounds. I'm 5'10", 287 pounds. I'm 58 years old. And I got almost, you know, pushing around, probably if I would have kept going, I had plenty to ride yet, probably 67, 68 miles I would have got at my weight. I can't imagine what my wife at 160 pounds will get with hers. She hasn't even ran it out yet. And she's, I think at 65 miles on her bike, I want to say, or maybe 70. I could turn it on. We can find out right now. We'll just look at it. Turn the key on. I got the keys in them so I can show you stuff here. And mine has 160 miles on it, which you probably saw when I was showing you the display. The mileage is right there. 65, yeah, she's got 65 miles on her bike. And of course, I did recharge them. They almost got a full charge. We did a little riding around here before she even got a chance to ride hers out. So I have a feeling she would have got 70 plus miles with no problem at her weight. But yeah, I mean, battery anxiety is not an issue on these bikes. So you got a really good battery. Samsung cells, Josh tells me, is what they're using, so you're getting good cells in them. Folding pedals, which are nice. You're not whacking yourself on the leg when you're just kind of pushing them after you stop to park them. Or I put them in the barn, you know, or loading them in the van. So the folding pedals are really nice you got on them, which they're folded right now. You've got disc brakes. They're Zoom hydraulic disc brakes on there. Let's see if I can get a good shot. I'll come over here to the other side. We can get it in the, maybe the sunlight a little bit hitting it, but you can see there's, oh no, this, yeah, discs are on this side, so I guess that don't work. But you've got, on both rear and front, you got Zoom hydraulic disc brakes, and they work awesome. I mean, stopping power, a lot of stopping power, no noise, they're quiet. Love everything about them. You got your rear tail light off the rack, and the rear tail light is also a brake light, and you have turn indicators. Your turn indicators are right up here in the top. You got right, kind of a chasing light that goes across here from the center, and then left on there, which are, they look awesome in day or night. 26 amp controller. I'm trying to remember everything on these bikes. I did quite a bit of study and learning them over the winter before I even really started talking to Josh. But you've got a 26 amp hour controller, which on their website I believe it says it's a 25, but Josh informed me they're actually 26 amp. The seats are really cool with these suspension. I got to show you this before I forget. You just got a lever under here, and the seat folds up. You don't have to pull the whole thing out to remove your battery. So you can just flip the seats up like that, as you can see, and pull your battery out if you want to take it inside and charge it, or if it's really hot out, it's good to take them out and keep them inside where it's cooler, which I did. I just brought them out so I could show you the bikes, but because it's hot here in Michigan right now. We've had some hot, muggy weather. Make sure the bikes are off. Okay. That's the beautiful sky blue. That's the beautiful white. You got really nice grips on here. Let me get the grips here for you. A little close up of the grips. You can see they're locking grips. Really easy to just unloosen these, slide them off. Not like your old style bikes where you had to really fight to get those grips on. So you got these quick release grips, and they're comfortable. We use riding gloves that got gel in the palms and stuff, but the grips are comfortable. Your sit-up position, man, that's a must. one thing I want to mention, the step through, because I have lower and upper back problems, injuries there. I have 37 years of gout injuries to my legs, a hip replacement, bones in my feet are collapsed. I never thought I was going to ride a bike again. And because these are step through and our tracks are step through, I can get on and off the bike with no problem. I'm in a sit-up position the way I got my handlebar height and my seat height. I'm in a sit-up position, so when I come home from even a long ride, my back don't hurt, my hands don't hurt like they did on my mountain bike because I'm leaning over, all my weight's being, on my palms. When I take my gloves off, my palms are red, they hurt. Back hurting, just stiff, but not that on these. I'm in the right position, sitting up, and that's good for anybody, that posture. So you'll like that about them, and the 20-inch fat tires with the suspension on the forks, the suspension in the seat, and those fat tires act like suspension. When you hit bumps, it's not like on a standard bike. It's a lot more comfortable. You're not getting beat up. So those fat tires are definitely nice. First time I ever had fat tires on a bike. And one concern I had before I bought them was, are they going to be like pedaling a tank as a standard bike if I want to ride it for exercise, which I do. I always start out riding it for exercise before I even really use the pedal assist. And the throttle, we mostly only use that just to get the bikes going, get up on our seats, and we use pedal assist because it's so easy. Like when you get into pedal assist 3, because you go from 2 to 3, it's like a turbo kicking in under your butt. And 3 to 4 is even more tremendous, the power and torque you can feel. And then 5, of course. And I've had mine up to 26 miles an hour, and I cut it off there. That was like, well, that's more than fast enough. I need to go on a bike. At 58 with my injuries, I wouldn't be able to handle a spill easy if that ever happened. So I don't go really fast on mine. My wife doesn't go super fast on hers either. But these bikes can go 28 and probably hit 30, maybe even better. I don't know. With a light rider, riders that are 150 to 180 pounds probably are going to be hitting that 30 mark, maybe faster. So, but me, 26 was fast enough. So I just got out of it. I quit pedaling because that seemed faster than 26 on the bike. When you're going that fast on a bicycle, man, you feel like you're doing in the 30s. Upper 30s on these things. And zooming down a trail like that, trees are close off to the side of the trail, I'm thinking, man, if I ever lost control, or something, I have an issue with my legs or back, that wouldn't be a pretty picture. So I take it easy. So the bike's got plenty of power. They'll haul my 287 pounds around like I'm a loaf of bread. Going up hills, small hills, I pedal up the hills with no power if they're small, just so I can get the exercise and burn some fat. I want to try to lose 100 pounds before winter this year. I don't, if it's even possible, but I'm going to lose a lot of weight, I know. So I'm riding these all the time. I ride our new Treks all the time. Going up medium hills, big hills, man, we've been doing them in pedal assist 3. We haven't even been using 4 and 5 to get up the hills. Even at my weight, I didn't think 3 would even be enough to get me up some of the hills we go up on our trail, Haven Trail, that we ride from Kalamazoo to South Haven here in Michigan, over to Lake Michigan. And yeah, the hills, it just seems to be no problem. I had that concern because of my weight. Are the bikes going to be powerful enough for me, someone my size? And somebody 300 pounds that's going to haul with no problem. That's not much more than what I weigh. So if you're 300 pounds, don't worry about it, man. These bikes got lots of power. You've got the long battery range. Even at my weight, I can't believe how much I got. I got bike alarms on here. We bought off Amazon. They're like $27.50 each. That's a bike alarm. It's got a bracket that holds it on there. They're like $27.50 at Amazon. You can buy like 2 for $33, but you got to zip tie them on. I wanted the brackets because it looks nicer and how you mount them, and they stay in place good. So they come with a fob, like a key fob, and you can change the alarms, the sound, volumes, levels, because they're really loud. I think they're 113 or 133 decibels, something like that. They're super loud, and they sound just like a car alarm, like on the new cars. They go through all these different alarms. If you barely touch the bike, you can set the sensitivity level. There's 7 sensitivity levels on these alarms, so you can set that too. I don't know what they're set at. They're still at factory, but if I even just lay my hand on the bike like this, it'll give me a warning. And I even had a bird out here in the yard land on the handlebar and scared the crap out of the bird. He boogied real fast. It gave him the warning, and then if you persist to try to lift the bike up or move it, then it goes off and it keeps going until you stop the alarm. So if they're sitting out here in the yard, because we can't really see them when we're sitting in the living room there, I can set the alarms, you know, leave them out in the yard. I'll know if somebody's monkeying with our bikes, because we living in a mobile home park here. We got kids that like to cut through the lots, you know, and I don't want somebody walking off with these. They're not cheap, but they're worth what we paid for them. I mean, we're gonna have so many good memories with them up here, riding all over the trails in Michigan, my wife and I. And I can't say enough about them. They're just good bikes. If you're on the fence about them, you're going to be very happy with them. With the power, with the range, with the quality. Everything seems to be really good quality on them. They're really built well. The service you're going to get from Josh, if you buy them out of Orlando, because I think they have another one maybe down in Miami I saw. But Josh was very helpful. I couldn't ask for a better person to have dealt with on buying them. Everything about them is just, we love. I hope I ain't missing something that you might want to know about them. I'm trying to cover everything on them that I could tell you right now. Hopefully I don't miss anything. Folding bikes, they fold in the middle. They fold really easy. I found out when you remove the batteries, it's a lot easier to lift them and put them in my van. I got my van set up for hauling them because my middle seats are out, and my seat in the back folds into the floor, because my van's like that all the time because I fly big giant scale RC airplanes. So my van's always set up like that, so it's perfect. You know, when I'm not hauling planes, I'm going to flying, I'm going riding, we fold them, put them right behind the front seats there, and then I strap them with big Velcro straps to the grab arms on the back of the seat handles, and they ride there perfect. And then there's like where the seats were, there's like these U-bolt things in the floor. I put another one around that, and it goes around like the back part of the bottom of the frame there in the back wheel. So, and they don't move. So it's easy to transport them. I didn't have to go out and buy a bike rack. And I like that too, because if we're coming back from maybe it's a long trip back from wherever we rode to ride some different trails here, we might get some rain. And now I don't have to worry about them being on a rack back there in the rain. So I know they're going to stay dry. They're safer in there. If we go in and stop and eat somewhere, they're locked up in the van. So, I mean, it worked out perfect. I don't think there's anything else to really cover on the bikes. You know, there's only so much on these bikes that you can cover. But, the displays, besides they're beautiful and colorful, they're user-friendly as far as getting into the menus. And if you want to make changes, there's one thing you can do, which I did on the pedal assist 5. I changed it. The first pedal assist is at 20% from the factory. I changed those to 30. I left the others the same because they go in 20 increments, so it goes 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. Now Josh informed me that from the factory, he doesn't know why they're doing this, but he said check 5 because they've been setting them at 96%. So I went in there. You got to go into put a code in and go into the second menu, and of course ours were at 96. So I set them up to 100, so I get 100% of the motor in 5. So that was the only change I did there in pedal assist 1 from 20 to 30. And you can also change that from 0 to 7 pedal assist, or 0 to 9 pedal assist, and do the same. Customize your settings, how much power you want from each one. So and it's really easy to use the display, and it's just, yeah, user friendly, definitely. I did watch some videos on this type of display prior to that this winter, so I learned quite a bit of stuff on these bikes. Not just these ones, but the other ones I was looking at, and how to use stuff, and I remembered it. I got a good memory. I eat a lot of organic food, so I got a good memory. I don't eat much junk food. So I pretty much remembered everything I learned over the winter time, and found it very easy. The shipping, they came. The only issue I had was on mine, and you can see right here on the front of the stem. And that was not a deal breaker. That is just a scuff mark on the paint. It's being a white bike, it doesn't really even show up much. That's it. That was on my bike. The blue one, perfect. No scratches, nothing wrong with it. No blemishes anywhere. That's it on my bike, and that was not a deal breaker, man, because these bikes, the way they are, look and ride, you know, the performance makes up for anything that I could have, you know, got through the shipping. So that was the only issue. We're just loving the bikes here. We're seeing a lot more e-bikes on the road around where we live and on the trail we ride. Meeting a lot of nice people that ride e-bikes. Sharing the same, you know, thoughts. And definitely happy with the purchase. You know, my only regrets is not purchasing them sooner. You know, I wanted to do a lot of homework and research on them, but I could have got them sooner, and I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt I didn't get them sooner, because once they're gone, you know, it could be months before they get them back in. So we have them for this year and next year, and we're just going to make as many good memories together, my wife and I, as we can on them. I guess that's pretty much, I think I covered everything. I don't think there's anything I left out. The motor's a 750 watt motor. I believe it's 1,000 peak. Josh said about 1,000 peak watts. But it's a 750. Definitely a lot of power. It's incredible, the power from that little hub motor. I don't think there's anything else I can cover. The folding mechanism here, you can see it's on this side. You just flip that lever down here. This little lever here flips this way, and then you pull the thing out and fold it. So it's, yeah, folds real easy. I believe that's it. I mean, you can see, you know, seeing is believing, you know. Having them is definitely a pleasure. No regrets at all. I thank Amp Rides for making such a sweet bike, getting them to us as fast as they did. They got shipped out Monday, and they were here from Orlando, Florida on Thursday here in Michigan, and they were supposed to come actually Friday, the following day, and they came a day early. I didn't think I'd get them that fast, but that's quick. Josh was Superman on getting these bikes to us. So if you're on the fence about them, folks, don't worry about these bikes. These bikes won't disappoint. That's my thoughts and review on these bikes here from Michigan. I hope you all have a great day. God bless all of you. If you do get these bikes, I know you're going to make many memories, and go to their Facebook owners group if you do buy these bikes, and you can post pictures of your memories and tell people about them. So have a great day. Sayonara from Michigan. Otsego, Michigan, I should put in there. If you're wondering where in Michigan, it's Otsego, Michigan. It's a small town. There's Plainwell and Otsego. They call them the Twin Cities. We're between Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo, Michigan. So, but yeah, sayonara again from Michigan. Out.